first of all, he says, you are just in your judgment. What he says is, I deserve anything you give me. And notice he also says, I have done evil. Not lapses, not mistakes were made. He's not blaming his upbringing, he's not blaming his environment. He could blame a lot of those things, and he did originally. He probably, like a lot of powerful men, get into these kind of crazy affairs, and afterwards they say, well, I felt like I sacrificed so much, nobody sees what I have to go through, and you know what, I deserve this. It's kind of feeling sorry for yourself. But he's not doing that now. He's not, there's all sorts of ways of blame shifting. You can minimize, well, it shouldn't have bothered her as much as that. I'm sorry for what I did, but she's awfully sensitive. There's relativize. You say, well, who's to say what I did? If you say it was wrong, fine, but a lot of people don't see it as wrong. See, it says, I have done evil in your sight. I'm not going by community standards. I'm not saying it can't be wrong if it feels so right. In your sight. So I'm not relativizing it. I'm not minimizing it. I'm not making excuses. I'm not going to say, well, if you had my mother, you do things like this too. No. And therefore, point one, like I said, it wasn't going to take long on this, but you have to see. Real repentance begins with blame shifting ends. There's a kind of, I told you, there's a kind of remorse, a kind of sorry, and I'm so upset and so unhappy, and you're weeping and you're miserable. And yet, in the midst of it, there's also, instead of just taking full responsibility, you're blaming other people and you're blaming your circumstances and you're so angry at this and that. You're not really repenting, you're complaining. You're just complaining about how bad you feel, that's it. And maybe you haven't contributed, but maybe you're also angry at everybody else around you. Remember some years ago, I made a major mistake. We were in the forest, and one point I was trying to get a date off on my way.
他把我改成到行动版呢，他把我改成到行动版，怎么讲？我也没有要。
Because it was on the ground, and I thought I was pushing it away, but actually it just fell. Because I didn't take the whole weight of the log on myself, I couldn't get the whole weight of the log off. Because I didn't take the whole weight on, I couldn't get the whole weight off. And if you don't take full responsibility for what you've done, without any excuses, to say, well, yeah, this happened, and that might have been the occasion for the sin, but it wasn't the cause of what I did wrong. The cause of what I did was wrong, I did it. Lots of things led to it, but, that's the occasion, it's not the cause. I'm the cause. I did it. And only when you take full responsibility without blame shifting, without minimizing, without relativizing in any of those ways, when you confess, does it come off? So first, full, clean confession. Because life-giving repentance begins when blame shifting totally ends. But secondly, deep heart renunciation. Now this takes a little bit longer to talk about. And it's only because we don't know as much about this. In fact, when you first read what David says here, at first sight, it actually takes you aback. And that is what he says at the beginning of verse 4. He says to God, against you only have I sinned. What? You only. Now, first of all, let me show you that this is, the heart is involved. You know why? Because he doesn't just say, against you I have sinned. He says, against you. Now, in Semitic languages, the doubling of the subject indicates passion, longing, and love. So, David doesn't mourn over his dead son just by saying, Absalom, my son. He says, Absalom, my son. When you see that double, it's intensity of emotion. You don't just see Jesus expressing, my God.
弄所谓的这个宗教的勾勒出。
And so here, David is not just saying, against you have I sinned. That's a formal statement. It's a statement of fact.
你的事爸爸都还跟你一起。
Only have I sinned.
爸爸的事你就选不来。
His heart's breaking. There's love he's expressing to God. Now, what hindsight, it's shocking. It doesn't seem to make sense. Because you could say, wait a minute. First of all, he sinned against this woman, Bathsheba, because she was a woman in a patriarchal society, and he was the king, and there was nothing he could do about it. She could do about it. There's actually almost no indication of blame in the accounts about all this given to her. He sinned against her by abusing power. He sinned against the man, the husband, by having him killed. And he sinned against his entire people because they put him in, they crowned him as king in order to uphold the law. Now he's not doing it. So he's betrayed their trust. So he sinned against all kinds of people. So how can he say, against you only have I sinned? And the answer is, this is Semitic hyperbole. He doesn't mean it literally, just any more than when Jesus said, if you want to be my disciple, you have to hate your father and mother. That's Semitic hyperbole. It's a metaphor. Just like if I say it's raining cats and dogs, it doesn't really mean it's actually cats and dogs coming down. It's a metaphor. It's a hyperbole. And if you say, I want you to hate your father and mother to be my disciple, what he means is allegiance to me must be so much greater than allegiance